Hi. Fun with plants. Hi. Kathy Culture presents Fun with Plants. Welcome back. Bear with me. I'm still dealing with the repercussions of cutting my own hair. And sometimes regret is okay, you know? Just gotta keep going. Hi, welcome back. It's Kathy Culture Presents Fun with Plants. Back at it. This time I'm gonna actually do stuff with plants, so yay. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna do stuff with plants. Yeah, I've got a lot of plants. Still awkward, still terrible. I actually have a lot to do today, and some of it's gonna be boring. Some of it you're gonna be just thinking, get to it, Kathy, get to it. This is a pothos that is actually not looking great, but it's got a huge, ooh, actually that root is not looking so hot. So I'm gonna propagate some pothos. This one grew nothing, but it's still alive, so I'm gonna see what I can do. There's a nice, good, solid root. The fuck? This has been in here too long. These are fused together. So weird. What's going on here? Okay, some of those weren't doing so well, so I actually got rid of them. They look gross. So these are what I'm left with. I think maybe the problem is I didn't change my water, perhaps ever. And that's probably not a good idea. You're supposed to change your water. All the ones that I've kept are looking pretty healthy and have healthy looking roots attached to them. And if they don't survive, it's not the end of the world. I've got a bunch. I also have this. Ooh. So this is kind of just a mixture of things that I planted together. Oh, I can't remember what this is called, but it's very, hardy, and it just grows and grows. But clearly I have not been watering this enough because it's looking a little like it needs some help. So I'm gonna repot it with this stuff and we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the pot it's going in. It's actually not bigger necessarily. This one that I have it in right now is wider, but it's not very deep. And I can see that there's some roots coming through the bottom there. So I think it will appreciate a little deeper section to work with, okay? This is gonna be a mess and I'm just gonna have to deal with that because I don't know how else to get this out of here. I might even take these plants. Ooh, that is in there. Oh no. Can you see there's like some roots here that are coming out the bottom? Oh yeah. Oh wow, yes, it was time. Oh, I left that too long, no question. I mean, I'm happy there's a decent root structure here, but clearly I neglected this. Is this gonna fit in here? No. So I'm going to take it apart because I also want to add in those pothos over there. Perhaps at least the roots look good. They don't look like they're rotten. At least not overly rotten. Ooh, maybe they're not great. I don't know. I mean, it's a little wetter than I would have thought for it looking so dry. Oh my gosh. Having a good time making a mess. Shit. Okay. And I guess I'm just gonna add these guys on the outside. I don't wanna And then I'll just add dirt over top there. And then we'll just see what happens with that, because I'm not overly concerned or anything. It's all right. Nature is just gonna do its thing, and I'm not gonna worry about it, you know. Stuff will happen, and that's okay. I guess that's just my philosophy in life. Stuff's just gonna happen. There's nothing you, that's kind of a defeatist attitude. But I mean, I guess in a lot of ways it is the truth though. Next, I have a bunch of spider plant babies, and these ones are getting a little too big for my little terracotta pots, and I find that they dry out so fast in these pots. So I'm going to transplant them all together to make one plant in maybe here. And I'm just going to, I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to just use the dirt that I got from my other pot. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, look at the root. Amazing, right? So they were just waiting for a little bit more. That was clearly not doing it for them. Oh, same with this one. Oh my gosh. That root was just waiting. Oh, and the same with this one. Wow. Okay. Maybe I should replant all my... I'm not gonna do that. I'm pretty lazy. But there we go. So I'm gonna put these together. Of course, I'm gonna add a little more dirt around the sides, and these need a decent water because I don't do that apparently. I always think that I'm overwatering because I don't want to, I don't want them to get all rotten and disgusting, so I tend to underwater in some cases. And there we go. And of course this needs some watering, and I'm gonna find a spot for it. I also have too many pineapple plants. This is really simple to do. You just cut the head off the pineapple, and then you put the head, you peel off some of the little palm fronds, and you just put it in water for a while, and eventually it grows roots. This is my one that's doing the best. You can see it's growing some leaves in the center there. So that's doing well. I'm just doing it. I'm just leaving that one for now. I have this sad one that I put in an A&W cup. Yeah, I did that. And I'm gonna take it out. I wanna see how it's doing. I don't know if it's draining very well. It looks really gross on the bottom. I'm not gonna show you because you're welcome, but it doesn't look like it's done a lot of growing. I'm gonna get rid of some leaves that I think are kind of done for anyways. This one is broken. And it's looking not bad, and it's not rotten, which is nice. I wasn't sure what was going on in there. The roots have definitely done some growing, but I'm going to just repot it in a regular little pot because I think this one just wasn't draining very well. I'm gonna just put that dirt back in there. It does need a little bit of a watering, but it's not that bad. It is a little more wet than I would have thought it would be because it's been a while since I watered it. So I do think that it wasn't draining properly, which is why it wasn't looking so hot compared to my other one. So I'm gonna put it in a better, just regular plastic pot with adequate drainage. I think is pretty important. So I'm just going around and I'm just trimming off the leaves that look like they're not doing so hot. Because what's the point of having an almost dead leaf lying around that the plant is still trying to save when it's just not going to happen, right? I'm just cutting off these little ends because it seemed to work on my other one. See, this one has some damage down there. I'm actually just going to get rid of that one. I know it looks sad, but it'll be okay. There's another. This one has some very nice roots growing, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to peel off a couple of leaves that I think don't look so hot. There's some leaves on the inside that are coming out. Yeah. Oh, that was too easy. Okay. Well, that was meant to be then, I guess. And I'm just going to trim. All right. So now I need a pot for this. Do I have one in there? No. Be right back. Trying not to get too much of the leafy greens underneath, but I want it to be stable enough that it doesn't just fall over, right? It's got to be in there. These I also want to take to my parents and their future greenhouse, because how awesome would it be to grow a pineapple tree? Or is it considered a plant? I think it's a plant, not a tree, because it's just kind of like leaves that grow up from the ground, and then eventually it flowers and turns into a pineapple. But that's after years. These, I don't know how, they're not a year old yet, but perhaps someday, we'll see. And this one is just a couple roots, so I don't think it's ready, but I do want to take off excess leaves that are just not doing well and serving no purpose to me. Get out of there. Ooh, in the middle it looks rotten too. That's no good. Oh, that's no good. I just took out the entire center there. I'm gonna still just let it do its thing. We'll see what happens. I think sometimes I overwater them, or I put too much water in the cups so that it gets into the center, and then that will rot it, right? So you kind of have to keep the water pretty low, but you don't want to leave it so long that it's too low, and then it kills it too. So it's a fine balance, I guess. I guess just don't screw it up. That's my tip. Whoa, this has got some really nice, some very, whoa, that's long. Yeah, so this guy I'm also going to replant. It has like 0 plants though. It does not look good. I won't take off too much, because then there will be literally nothing left. But the middle looks great. So we'll see. Again, I don't have a lot of faith in my own abilities, so if it dies, it dies. If it doesn't, that's just good news. You know? When expectations are super low. I found just a little pot. It's not gonna last too long in here, just because I feel like it's gonna grow out of it pretty quickly. But that's okay. That's no good. And this plant looks so sad now. It had the most root structure, but now it looks depressing, but that's okay. That is okay. All right. So, oh my gosh, now I have, I'm not even going to tell you how many of these plants I have, because it's embarrassing. It's none of your business. All right, this next one, again, no clue what it's called, and I'll put the scientific name for it right here, but it's growing on this terrible angle, so I don't have a lot of shelves that can deal with this height, so I don't really have a lot of places to put it, and it's grown on its side like this, and I feel terrible. I'm a bad mom, and I know it, okay? You don't need to tell me, but I think maybe if I put this, you know, towards the light, maybe it'll kind of say, oh, you know what? I need to figure this side out, because I am lopsided as hell. All right, I have skewers. I don't know what these are from the dollar store, I'm sure. I'm going to try not to go through too much root, and then I'm going to zip tie this baby up. The zip tie is huge. It's a little bit much for what I'm doing, but that's okay. I don't know. All right, I've rigged up a very imperfect system here. But I'm just going to put this side to the sun, the side facing me, because I don't want to show you what I did because it's really janky. And then I'm just hoping that eventually it kind of sorts itself out, and then I can take away the support, I'll just cut it off, and we're good. As the last one, it's just like on its side, it's fallen over, it's too heavy. So I am going to pull it out. Oh my gosh. And I didn't really fill it very much. I'm gonna fill it more. Oh, I have some rocks in the bottom. Oh my gosh. Yep, roots look great. It's doing well. It just, it's like there's zero dirt in there. And it hasn't produced any babies yet, which is interesting. I have another spider plant that's about the same age, right? I would have gotten them at around the same time, I think. But this one's just not happy with me. It's not making babies. And perhaps there's some reason behind that that I don't know about. But maybe this will help, we'll see. It's still gonna flop over. It's because, oh yeah, so I don't know how many plants are in here, but I guess that's better. All right, it's later. I'm easily distracted. So I have a bunch of random tomato plants here that have gotten all tall and leggy and are falling over and are in need of some help. So that's my plan next. What I need is, you know, some of those little tomato plant thingamajiggers. What are those called? I'm gonna have to go buy some. This is all too overwhelming and I'm gonna finish another day. Too much shit everywhere. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and maybe this will be a to be continued. All right, bye.